and the other one got put down there. But
Yeah, he hasn't finished spreading that out down at the corner yet.
no, they're supposed to come back.
I know, but it's like it's in the ditch. I mean,
Well,
like
yeah.
it's in the ditch,
The
right?
gal that didn't have any teeth.
That's why I
went
don't
to
know
talk.
that or not. I'm just saying that the guys.
Oh, she didn't have any teeth.
Drive-bys and
She probably
watch
weighed
them while
60
they're working,
pounds.
rather
And she
than
got
their
no
moms
teeth at
or
all.
anything like that.
All right, y'all, some of us have been here for 2 hours already. We're ready to get this thing moving. And before I call this meeting to order, I'd like to take a moment to ask for help from above. Heavenly Father, we pray for your guidance in our decisions in hopes that they will be in the best interest of our town and for the people that we represent. Amen. And I now call the August 19th, 2025 Darmstadt Town Council meeting to order. Thank you all for coming. Please stand and join me. Pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Welcome, everybody. Has everybody up here had a chance to look at the minutes from last month? And if so, do we have a motion to approve those? All right, motion, do I have a second? All in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed? Motion carries. Financial reports, have we had a chance to take a little look across that? And do I have a motion to approve that?
Motion to approve. I've got one question on that. That's what I talked to Mallory about already, as far as the transmission on the one truck. And Aaron, you know, so can that be switched if that is the case later? Can't do it, huh?
Checks already gone, remember they had to
I mean,
have,
as far as where
That day.
it's appropriated from, the sewer or the street can't be changed internally?
no, that's two checking. We can make a money transfer later.
Transfer from the town to the sewer?
Yeah, I mean, that's two totally different accounts.
That's the only question I've got, and I just don't think that's where it should be, but that's my opinion, so. But I'll discuss it with Aaron.
Okay, I have a motion to approve. Do I have a second on that?
Second.
All right, motion and a second. All in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed say nay. Motion carries. And the bills, do we want to pay anybody this month? Do we feel like we should pay anybody this month? Do I have a motion to pay the bills? And a second. All in favor of paying the bills this month, say aye. Aye. All opposed say nay. Motion carries. Mallory?
Just attended the state conference last week in French Lake. That was 3 full days of training, and they're gonna have another 3 full days of training in October. That's gonna be different. That's gonna be the Ideas Summit, which is mostly for council members. There'll be mayors there, probably street crew, just love that everybody goes to those. You guys let me know if you wanna go, because it opens tomorrow. And for the state conference that I went to, it sold out the first week. You guys let me know if you want to go to that. I've been working with our insurance agent, Torian, because our insurance runs October to October, so I'm switching to renew. We've been going through everything to get it up to date. I've been working with the guys to get the equipment up to date. Anything changed since last year. So our renewal will be effective October 1st, and so far, we're still with the provider called Trident Public Risk Solutions. Because as of now, that's still the only insurance company that will take this after the previous deal with the other council. I am still receiving estimated bills from the magneters, as you guys know. This last one was 2,155,000 gallons is what they estimated, which was a different estimate than the month before, so I'm not sure how they're even. They couldn't explain how our normal bills work, much less how they're coming up with these estimates.
They're just
So
pulling numbers out there.
2 million sort of pretty much in range though, isn't it?
that's, yeah,
Yeah.
that's way better than what they were coming up with earlier. I'm still working on the budget, and I actually have a meeting next Tuesday with Robert Norris at the Department of Local Government Finance. That's at 1 o'clock. It'll be, what do you call it, a live stream over the computer if anybody wants to join me. Eric joined me last year and Crystal joined me the year before last, I believe, on that. So that's, anybody wants to do that, we just go over all the numbers and make sure they're appropriate for next year. And like I said before, it doesn't matter how much money we have, the state tells us what we're allowed to spend. In the street department, if you notice, those potholes in the shopping center finally got filled, thanks to Josh sending the letter. So, thank you, yeah, you filled those. And that's all I have.
All right.
On the money, what we can spend, what we can't spend, whatever happened to that idea that we had to invest the money that we could?
That's Trust Indiana,
Uh-huh.
and they're working on it now to figure out what I don't think we'll invest anything in sewer money.
Right.
But maybe the town can let up on some of the funds.
Okay. I was just kind of curious. I hadn't heard anything on it.
They're very slow about hear anything.
Well, then we will have to pass ordinances and all that kind of stuff, because I'll be moving a large amount of money somewhere else, so everyone's got to vote.
But it makes sense to do that though, right? I mean, as
think,
far as the
yeah.
percentages that we can draw back anytime.
I think so, like if we have an emergency, we can get it out,
Like within 24 hours or
something like
yeah.
that, yeah. Pretty good.
Cool.
Okay, fire department report, Brandon.
All right, so last month was July, which was fair month, so we're always super busy. We did 41 calls in Darmstadt, with 31 of those being at the 4-H fairgrounds for various medical situations and working events at the arena in the evenings. We did 3 community paramedic visit follow-ups, 2 brush fires, 1 motor vehicle accident injury, and 4 EMS transports to the hospital. The average response time from Darmstadt station was 3 minutes and 59 seconds.
Okay. Thank you, Brandon. Sheriff's Department, Mr. Johnson.
Last month was a fair, and there was a whole bunch of us out here, so it was busy for us, because large presence of law enforcement tends to make people behave. We did have 1 fraud call, hit up a report, 5 business checks, 1 commercial burglary alarm, 3 general complaints, and 2 of those were reports, ended up being a report run. 2 hazards, just road hazards. 1 security check, which is the old state home. 6 investigations. We had 4 medical emergencies, which coincided with fires. 1 of them was the accident with injury. We had 2 reports out of those 4 emergencies. 2 property damage accidents, 3 neighborhood checks, 7 paper services. 1 person with a gun, which I didn't look that one up. It was, we were gone, GOA, gone on arrival for no disposition. 2 suspicious circumstances, 3 vehicle checks, 2 felony warrants, 61 extra patrols, 5 traffic stops, and 1 written warrant. That was it. So not busy.
Okay.
Not too busy.
All right. Thank you, Mark. Maintenance Department, Susan.
Department. Since our last meeting, we've had 56 locates, 23 service calls, and 2 line strikes since last meeting, due to our buddies at the locate company. I won't mention the names, that they gave the sewer all clear, and they didn't know where our sewer line was at. But anyway, we had to repair those. We have most of the town mowed and have fixed several potholes. Weeds have been sprayed again around signs and bridges. The house on Timberland is finished and all hooked up. New Council Fleeter Court, having some issues with that. They put up the, I guess the electric for the pump station, and it's totally wrong. So that's gonna have to be redone. I think it was, I forget which contractor did it, but it's been a nightmare over there. 3 flow meters were ordered as checks on the well users. We're going to decide now where we're going to install those when we get the opportunity here within the next couple of weeks. We're right now working on eliminating the pump station on Booville New Harmony and connect it to a duplex station to reduce the pump stations instead of having so many.
You have an address on that? 1619?
They can give me an address,
Okay.
it's Blue Army Road.
Okay.
Uh,
Because we're doing the same, they may be my niece right next door.
is that right?
We're working on that.
Well, I'm not sure. I'm not sure at all. They didn't tell me. I double checked with Alan Franz on our putting the pipe in front of the pump station and telephone pole here. He's supposed to have that done by the end of July, but he's behind, obviously. He said it's gonna be another 3 weeks before he gets to it. So I thought I'd give you an update on that as well. That's pretty much what's going on.
Okay. Thank you, Steve. So a couple of comments on that. 3 of those locates were mine. We got some dirt work going on, and I had locates done on both of my neighbors, on either side, just because I want to know where my neighbor's sewer comes out into mine. When I called 811, they asked, I forget specifically how they asked it, but it was a question where I could have said Evansville or Darmstadt. I decided today to say Darmstadt.
Right.
When people call in locates, on the spot may not be as guilty as what we're thinking. If the resident tells them Evansville, they have no way of knowing that they're in Darmstadt.
But when they come out here, it's obviously Darmstadt.
Well, they
Yeah.
don't.
If you say,
Not
they think
really.
it's East Bootlaw Harmony and not West Bootlaw Harmony, because you're going from like 201 East Bootlaw Harmony's 4-H Center to 2400 St. Joe Avenue West. So if
Yeah,
you tell them
so-
Evansville, then you're gonna look, Evansville, it's gonna be east.
It may not be quite as easy as we think, but I think it's doable somehow. Another thing on the locate, Aaron came out and located where my sewer line from my house goes to the pump station. And I questioned where my cousin said this was, but the locate was off by 37.5 feet. We located it. Aaron located it.
Okay.
Mike, because we're getting ready to do dirt work right there, and Mike Reese went out with a probe and probed about 100 times. He made mention today that his arms the next day were shot, probing that much into August ground, which is hard as his floor. But he ended up finding the sewer line. He started the pump station and just worked it back. Now, where he shows it, I don't think that's where it is. But Aaron is gonna come out and hand dig that because he wants to know the elevation on that sewer line to tie my nieces in, where her septic tank is and where we're wanting to tie in are 150, 180 feet apart, something like that, and there's 12 inches of fall from her outlet to where we're going, so that should work. The problem is there's gas, water, electric, downspouts, and I forget what else, so I don't know if that's gonna be doable or not. It might be a deal where they're able to go over it, because sewer doesn't have to be that deep. But it could be a little bit of a challenge there, and I'm just thrilled that we're gonna go right diagonal across my yard. Actually, he's looking into having that forward, so we're not done on that yet.
Okay.
But anyways, back to this locate thing, that just wanted to bring that to the town's attention, that on the spot may not be quite as guilty as what we think.
They asked what city you lived in.
I forget specifically how they asked it. Is it any town or a city? Maybe is what they said,
Right. They'll say what city or town, or town.
and a lot of people use Evansville as their billing address, so they just default to that.
Right.
And Mallory and I have had a conversation on that in the post office and all this kind of stuff.
Well, I brought up the thing about the wheel tax that we talked about that at the state conference, that they keep saying they live in Evansville out here. It's not Evansville, and they fill out their driver's license says Evansville, they fill out their registration saying Evansville. Well, Evansville's getting all that wheel tax. People that actually live in Darmstadt are not saying that they
Well,
live in Darmstadt.
To that point, I think I relayed to you that the county is willing to change all of it. One of the things they requested, and I made a note to bring this at our next meeting, was just, even though we've said this informally, put something on Darmstadt letterhead that, formally requested, but I will say, the assessor has agreed to, change all of it. I think their tune has changed in terms of how the county's, documenting Darmstadt. Obviously, they're not gonna go back and change deeds, right, but within their system, anytime something is, going forward, they're gonna use Darmstadt, so.
Yeah, I think our biggest problem is that we don't have our own zip code.
Exactly.
If that was your mailing address, Darmstadt, you know you're
Yeah.
Darmstadt.
Yeah,
We tried to get Eaglefield to change their zip code back in 2010. And that's when we talked to Washington DC.
Yeah.
And they said it's a big deal to change the name of the post office, but we actually have our own zip code, we just can't use it. It's 47618. Could be the Darmstadt zip code.
Is it easier to change the name of the town?
You know,
Couple roads, huh?
we could be Eaglefield to begin with, yeah.
Darmstadt's not bad, but like rest anyways. We'll change it.
Could you hyphenate it or something?
I'm sure it would be the same. They said it really does have to go in front of Congress to
Yeah,
change the
I
name
know.
of the federal post office.
Mhm.
There's 3 or 4.
Um,
4771525, I mean,
mhm.
and you're saying that 18, they 3 or 4 of them in Darmstadt?
Oh, yeah, we got 5 zip codes.
5?
The 2 O's and the 1 O's and the 1 1's, 2 5, 08. We're, what, 4 different townships, 5 different zip codes.
2 different water sources.
Yes.
Onward to resident, you were done, see, so I've just, on to residents' comments since we're there. Karen,
What's the status on our bowling tractor?
it works.
Right now, as of now? Okay, all right. When we was talking earlier about that riprap, I really want you guys would watch, because they're kind of clogging that ditch. Now, maybe they don't have it laid where they're gonna let it, but I think we really need to start watching Martin Road with the guys working there. Because, once they're done and gone, it's gonna be really hard to get them back, and I think you need to catch them while they're there. So our guys, like I said, they're coming back from lunch or something, they need to drive down that road and check it out, Or, you council members or whatever, whoever's in charge of that. Then I was kind of wondering about some of our signposts. I mean, with our road signs on it, they're looking pretty dingy.
I talked to Nick about that. And he's looking at, I guess, ordering new signs or whatever, maybe larger so they're easier to read.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not talking about a project up here to
I know,
light,
I know.
I'm talking about throughout the whole town.
Yeah.
And maybe some stop signs might need to be, taken care of. Those speed strips, they talked about them again, I think up at Newburgh, putting on the road, and I know I see you've got on here about speeding on all roads, I don't know, are you gonna talk about that when that comes up, but I don't know, they were talking about, I mean, they put them down, and I don't know, if they're made out of fiberglass or plastic or something like that.
I think it's actually rubber.
A rubber, and they
Yeah.
don't make a lot of noise, so the residents shouldn't complain, but, it should really help in slowing people down. I don't know if you guys have seen that on the
Have you ever
news,
seen
what
them
I'm
used?
talking about or not.
I mean,
So the sheriff, you don't know of any yays or nays on that or anything, but I think that's something we ought to look into on some of our streets around here. I mean, they really could be on every street, but at least on our main thoroughfare streets, and look into that. And then also, sometimes those sewer bills, they come with stamps on, and then sometimes they're metered. What's the deal on that? Are we using our bulk mailing or what?
Now
Or sewer
we
bills?
stopped that with the old postmaster, remember? And, I've been, no postcard stamps is what I've been putting.
So you're not using our bulk mailing?
No, we haven't paid, that's a $300 a year fee. And then we had to purchase new software when they made the changes, remember, 3 years ago? And it was gonna cost more than a postcard stamp.
So in the long run, it won't pay off, is what you're saying?
Right. Plus now I've been buying the stamps from Stamps Forever. And they're a fourth of the cost.
Okay.
Mallory, my last 2
Yeah.
sewer bills were metered. They had no stamp on them.
I bet they weren't. Yeah, they weren't actually metered. That's just printed on the paper that we buy from Boys.
Right.
Already has.
But there was no stamp.
You're on to this.
Yeah, but I get
Or you
that.
just put them in the mailbox? There's a few that we do just for fun to see if they make it. Just don't put a stamp on it. That's even cheaper yet.
Really?
And it's worked.
It's saving money. I try to save wherever I can.
Guess who's out there that
You're
was?
serious? Wow, okay.
Yeah,
Are you
thanks, Carol.
mailing them here at Darmstadt now?
Yes,
We're
Carol.
using our- Okay, okay.
We've even talked about sending them out in envelopes like this and put the resident's name up there in the return address with no stamp on it, so it gets returned.
There you go.
And I have had that work before, honestly. I still got it in my scrapbook at home. All right, anything else, Gary? Gary?
Oh, question. Now, my next door neighbor had a sinkhole in her driveway. Nick came out and checked it out, said she would have to contact Evansville Water and Sewer because it was right in the line with the fire hydrants and the water access, so there may be a leak or something there. He said every time he's called, they just dismissed him like he was nobody. So she needed to call. So she called, and they sent her to another individual that said that is the responsibility of the county, the water lines going through there for fire hydrants. And I'm assuming our water's coming off that same line. So is that, are the water lines for the fire extinguisher, for the hydrants, are those maintained by the county?
Yes.
Because that's what Evansville Water and Sewer
Yes.
does. Okay, that's what I was wondering.
What's that address?
God, I don't know, it's, probably 13 to 34 maybe.
Your next door neighbor. does.
Yeah,
Okay.
one house north, 13 to 31,
Yeah,
Yeah, a lot number.
so it'd be 35.
Just tell me your address, you just go to the house north of it.
Yeah.
Any other residents?
Let me find out, I'll find out something.
All right, moving on then. Old business, Josh?
Well, the mag meter reading estimations and calibration issues, I think you guys are well informed on where that stands. So, yeah, I don't think I have much more to add than what we have discussed for the last 2 hours.
All right.
So where is that? Where does that stand?
Well, we're having, I don't mean to be coy, but, there has been threats of litigation, and in that context, it's important to sort of keep our negotiating position pretty calculated. But I guess I'll just say I'm hopeful that there are conversations, and I think they're productive, I guess is the best I can say. So,
So
With Evansville Water and Sewer.
with Evansville Water and Sewer.
Yeah, it's still
Big issue, it's not gonna
ongoing,
be solved,
yeah,
you know.
within the
But-
next 3, 4, 5 years.
But I'd say probably, probably more movement to a possible resolution than over the last year recently, so that's a good sign.
Good.
But we'll see. The devil's always in the details, right? So we'll see.
All right, thank you, Josh. Sewer connection letter, Cecil, that's your deal.
That's my deal, and I'll be honest with you, I've been remiss on that for the last month. I still have to get with Josh and put together a new letter with the list of approved inspectors. And I failed to do that. We've got it lined up who we're gonna send to next. And, we just gotta get that letter and put the inserts with it and send them out. So I will get that done very shortly.
Okay, thank you, Cecil. The MS4 compliance storm drainage stuff, Mallory, is that, I know we filed to no response.
Yeah, we turned in the MS4, unless Cecil or Nick has heard it.
No, we've not heard a thing. They did send us a read. Yes, basically, they read our email, our what Westward sent to them. And we've got no reply yet.
Yeah, we're just looking to be exempt from it.
Exactly, yes.
Did
And
they
according
give
to,
any indication how long it takes to get a response?
you know, she said that we had, of all the ones that they put together, letters for, we had a better chance of being exempt than any of those, and all those got exempted, so.
Yeah.
I'm looking to be exempt, but there's no guarantee. We'll see. And I hate to follow up on it, and, you know, push her and say, oh, yeah, no, you're not, you know. So we should just quit. I'd say that's probably the best thing we can do right now, yes.
All right. On to new business then, large trucks, semis on town roads that are destroying the shoulders of traffic.
Yeah, is there anything we can do?
We, the one, your two maintenance guys stopped me, I was sitting at the square, and they pulled up,
Mhm.
and said something about the semis, and I was like, as long as there's a truck route sign that says no trucks or whatever, and we can enforce it.
We've got them now. Mick sent me a picture of the no truck sign.
Right.
It's just one. Now, I don't know if they're on all roads. I will verify that.
Right.
I've been around one day and there's one or two signs on all of the entrances to this road, so there's a lot of them missing.
Okay. So maybe we need more signs to start with?
Yeah, we had
Because I had one come down Flinger Road Friday.
Wow.
And for what reason? Yeah, couldn't be no reason.
Yeah, we
And
put it
that's
on Oak
making
Hill.
that corner.
There's a no truck route sign on Oak Hill Road, and we enforce it, it's a county ordinance, we can cite it to the county for too. So that may be, and I can talk to the chief of the sheriff about that, because there may be, and Josh may know too, you may be able to do your own ordinance.
Yeah.
And we
We
cite
have our
them,
own.
we cite them for your ordinance and you get the money from.
Yeah.
They do like that.
Yes.
Yeah, we do. Yeah.
Our ordinance is from 2000, so it needed to be updated. And I brought it since we were gonna talk about it.
Because we can cite the county ordinance, because technically Darmstadt's still in county. But if you have your own ordinance and your own signs, and we have our own basically citation, that we do, handwrite them.
I'll check on the signs, Mallory, you can check on that ordinance. If we have to update it, we'll update it. And
The only thing I would point out is probably St. Avenue, right south.
Green truck.
Over the years, it's
Sign,
got pretty heavy
there's
sign.
no way for, I mean, they would have
Yeah,
to
he's-
go
Right.
zigzag over the 65.
And he pulls up.
You have a lot of this.
Yeah, we're actually,
Yeah, I would say if they're grain trucks, just don't pull them over. It's the tankers
Yes,
in the car carriers that came through.
which I did see, I did see a tanker. I normally, when I'm in the square, never see semis come through the square. One day I paid somebody over early in the morning was, Toyota traffic, going 60 miles an hour coming out of town. Pulled them over, turned back around, and here comes tanker. And I was like, I've never seen
Typing that fine.
tankers heading out of town.
And 53 footers, those are on locals. So if you or Joshua, then, you know these local.
And with the road work coming up 41 from here to Hop, it's going to get worse.
Yeah.
That's the reason why I don't want to bring that up. Get your opinion on that.
We just need to get signs up.
We'll get signs up. I will take care of that. We'll look at the ordinance. And actually, the next thing I concerns you as well, speeding on all roads. I mean, how do we control that?
The speed bumps might be a good idea, all the increases into the closer. That's
The small roads.
the small roads,
I said,
one place they were, since Meyer, they were about to cross Cleveland Army Bridge.
yeah,
They were flying through there, and they even had the road, do not use the detour, you're supposed to follow the detour. I sat on that, and wrote tickets, and actually, I sat right there off of, what is that? Not Mossburg, or Craft Nursery,
Bender.
Bender. So I sat right there in the neighbor's driveway, and they pull in and see me, and they turn around and go back up all the way up the baseline.
Yeah, it's going to get worse.
It's,
It will get
you
worse.
don't realize how much traffic comes through Darmstadt.
I know.
Yeah.
But they try to stay off 41.
Right.
And like I said, in that last one here, number 3, is that I've had a resident call, and he just moved into a house on Workman Road. in his driveway, I mean, if cars were the old speed limit, it wouldn't be so bad. But he's owned the property for what, a couple months now? And he's had 3 near misses.
Yeah.
With cars heading west on Workman Road, coming up over that rise, and all of a sudden, you know,
Yeah.
they're pulling out.
And Workman's a 30. So-
Narrow.
And they're,
Yeah.
narrow and hilly.
So, I mean, he asked me if, what can we put mirrors on the telephone pole? I said, well, the town won't, but you can, you're off, you know, you're welcome to do that.
Yeah.
Speed is the issue. I don't.
Backing up just a little bit onto this speeding thing. I've talked to Noah about this, and I don't know if I've ever gotten an answer, or we just don't know what to do there. I'm up for putting cameras up. We just send you a picture of your license plate and a ticket.
If you send us, especially we've had problem cars, can't remember his last name. He is just west of 65. You go down the hill. Him and his son, they live across from each other down in that valley. And it was the same truck flying through, going 60, 65 every morning. And I'm like, you give me a plate and I can find them in a time frame and I can get them. You know, so it's the info.
I don't know what kind of camera you put up though. You talking about another flock camera?
I don't know wherever they put in these big towns.
Now, the cameras like on the East Coast that take a picture of your license plate and send you the bill in the mail for your toll.
Oh, they're in Indiana,
That makes your job a lot easier.
I actually got a ticket in Tennessee one time. And I'm like, well, can't contest this.
I think I think it may just go to the.
Later on there.
Main road there. I don't think it goes in your driveway.
And we have motorcycles out there on that day, just won't.
It's an
I know they're going
inconvenience.
75, 80 miles an hour. And they gotta shut it in, right? It just don't make sense.
Yeah.
They can?
Have we covered all that?
Carol's got some.
On with the trucks, I mean, in all fairness, I think maybe somehow we should maybe kind of work with the county and say, like Inglefield Road, have a sign put up close to the highway. Because, I mean, if they come down Inglefield Road and they tee into Darmstadt, I mean, they're gonna have to back up all the way down Inglefield Road, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
So, I mean, I'm saying we still should have one in Darmstadt there, you know, but before they get into town, they should be warned where they can turn and take an alternative route.
Possibly. I think in a short amount of time, word will get out amongst the truckers that if you go through Darmstadt, you're gonna be ticketed. And to prove that is the amount of the semi-traffic we have. The word has gotten out that you can take the shortcut to Darmstadt, no problem.
Well, and I think a lot of that's GPS and that too.
It is.
I'm just saying that I think that would help. I mean, what are they gonna do if once they're in our town and they see the sign, they can't back up or turn around? So I'm just saying, I think somehow maybe work with the county, you know, at least ask the county or if it'd be the sheriff's department or something on those roads leading in, that no trucks signs prior, before they get into the city limits, before they take an alternative route.
Perhaps.
I mean, all that's just those guys making a living too, and they're following their GPS.
Yep, they are. But anybody, well, I shouldn't say that. The intelligence level has gone down amongst, and they don't know how to read a map. Back when you had a map, you can see, okay, this is a 4-lane, this is an interstate, this is a 2-lane, and you know what you got, you know what you're driving there. You say, well, I probably shouldn't be going down Orchard Road with semi.
Yeah. So the shoulders show that they are. They just repaved it last year. It's already destroyed.
Yeah, well, of course, that gets into the milling thing. Are we good on that? Attorney
Yeah,
comments?
it's just, I got talked enough to bring it
You have
in.
talked enough. All right, thank you, Josh. Board member comments. Crystal?
I don't have anything.
Nothing. All right, great.
We got 2 quick items. Small claim status for that utility locator. Yeah, I sent them a demand. I think they were getting back with me. Let me follow up on that. We'll get back to you guys real quick. Okay. And then the second thing I have is the tractor sale. I followed up with them again. There is another town looking at it, and he hopes to know more soon. So we'll see.
Thank you, Rex. I have no comments. Do I have a motion to adjourn? Second? Second. All right. I ain't even gonna ask for a vote. We're out here. Thank you, friends.
I loaded all my reams and tars. I've done a lot of jobs.